How do you transform toxic thoughts and emotions that are currently haunting you into ones that actually serve you? Welcome to day 10 of Profound Ramblings. We have to figure out the mechanism on how we're holding onto these thoughts and emotions in the first place. That way we can use the right tool to loosen that emotional grip that it has on us. I might have to separate this topic into multiple videos, but there are essentially 3 separate ways we attach ourselves to toxic thoughts and emotions. 1, suppression and repression. 2, expression. And 3, escape. Let's talk about suppression and repression. Suppression happens on a conscious level. That's when you're actively trying to not think about something. And all that's doing is making you want to think about it even more. Another thing is thoughts are energetic. You can't expect to suppress energy and not expect it to find another way out. It's like a pressure cooker that's slowly building up steam until it explodes out. And when you suppress thoughts and emotions, it might manifest in mood swings, irritability, or just an overwhelming tension in your body. On the flip side, repression happens subconsciously. This is where you completely bury a thought or emotion deep into your subconscious where you'll actually forget about it. The most common manifestation of repressed thoughts and feelings comes in the form of projection. That's when someone is trying to shift the blame of their own feelings onto you. And usually when you call them out for it, what happens? They deny it because they genuinely forgot. For suppression and repression, I've found reframing through different perspectives helpful. So in my last business, I tried building a children's book company with 2 of my good friends. As the business went on, I found myself taking on more and more responsibilities to the point where I felt like I was doing all the work. And the stress was physically and mentally killing me. And after we closed the business down, I tried hanging out with those guys, and I still had this feeling of resentment in my gut. And I knew I had to sit down and really look at the situation through different perspectives. It was like putting on different lenses. The first perspective I looked at, I could sit down and blame those guys all day, but we were able to stay friends. You know, people in similar situations hold grudges against each other forever and never speak to each other again. I was at least able to salvage relationships. Second perspective, it could have been a lot worse. We didn't make as much profit as we wanted, but we left that company with money in our pocket instead of a hole in our pocket. Third perspective, the experience allowed me to accomplish a dream of mine, to become a children's book author. And it wouldn't have been possible without everyone involved. And overall, that experience gave me a lot of wisdom, and it played a huge role into shaping me into who I am today. Part 2 tomorrow.